Alright guys, try to keep the talking down to a minimum in this video. Made a lot of progress. I've got a cold or something, so I'm keep losing my voice. But big thanks to John Hartfeild. He sent me the silver shock caps for these little shocks that I had, so we don't have the ugly purple sticking out. And he also sent me that brushless setup, and not exactly the right color, but I'm gonna take it. It says 18 turn on it, I think. I don't know how fast that's going to be. We've got a 60 amp ESC to go with it. I guess they came as a pair. And yeah, big help. Really got me motivated to get to moving on this thing. So, made a firewall. I thought I had one for this cab already and I was just going to cut it, but I can't find it. So I had to make a new one. I just used some sheet metal. I did sand it down and throw it in some rusting solution, but I'm being too impatient because I don't feel good and didn't give it enough time to rust up. So we'll see what we have when we come back to it. The only thing left to do is the front steering, and I was hoping to get that done today. I was hoping to wrap this up in this video, get this thing done and at least for a test drive, but I don't have the right size servo. I've got some that John sent me. He sent me some little tiny airplane servos, and they're a little too small. And only the other one I have is a full size servo, so I'm gonna have to probably do something like I did on the RC four-wheel drive giveaway. That nice, expensive servo that they sell for the hydraulic pumps on the construction equipment. Excuse me. It's kind of a mid-size thing, and it has tons of torque, and it'd be easy to hide behind the grill. So let me show you a closer look here at what I did. Alright, so I used some scrap pieces of aluminum that I had laying around. I think those were failed cantilever arms for the ramp truck, if I remember right. And try to use existing holes in the frame, because drilling into that carbon's not fun, and it's hard to be accurate with it. It's very hard, smooth surface. But I did have two holes here at the back that were perfectly aligned, and mounted them at an angle and bent the ends up. And it's not perfect, but it gave me a nice place to mount the grill, and it also gave me about an inch of workable space in there to figure out steering servo. I got all the belts hooked up. I got the motor mounted, all the pulleys and everything in. It did look like on the main pulley here I had boogered up the edge of it. I probably, when drilling one of those holes through the frame, it broke through, and that material those pulleys are made of, I don't even think you could call that aluminum. It is super lightweight and obviously super sensitive, so I'm going to have to take that pulley out and file that edge down so it doesn't slice the belt up before we drive it. But yeah, got the silver caps on the shocks. Looks a ton better. What else? No, the firewall, simple, just use some rare earth magnets in the holes that are on the body. Same way I did it on most of the other ones. And that holds really well. I folded that edge up in that flap I cut, and I thought maybe I could use that to mount a dash too. We can make a dash and a steering wheel and stuff for inside. Probably not going to have room for seats and all that, but we can at least throw a dash in it with some gauges or something. Try to make it look cool. But yeah, all that's left is the front steering. And we got to do electronics, make some windows, maybe a dash, steering wheel. Not sure about the back yet. I feel like something's missing out back. Now, I'd made this little thing out of parts, look kind of like a roll bar, but I ended up not liking the way it was looking, so I may try to fab up something. It needs something else back there. I've even, to go with the theme, I've even been looking at carbon fiber wing. Well, no, that may just be a little tacky. But I do see already with the motor up front, I'm going to have to stiffen the front shocks as well. It's giving me about 3 millimeters of rebound. The rear is giving me about 5. So we're probably going to have to add some springs to all this once we get it loaded down with battery and electronics. But that's par for the course. That's usually how it goes. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this one up because I'm starting to lose my voice again. I was thinking, I wonder if there's a way to remove that, what do they call it, the finish on that brushless motor, the anodizing. I know there's ways to remove it, but I don't know if there's safe ways to remove it from a motor. And I don't know about if I can take the housing off of it without ruining it, because I don't want to mess it up, because I don't have any more motors right now. But also, the insert in the grill is just sitting in there right now. It pops out. It's kind of a snug fit. I need to figure out what I want to paint it, or if I want to do something else for the grill. I've thought about putting some mesh in there instead of this, because I am having some mounting problems with my way it's all put together. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I could do like I did before and use my little trash can mesh like I did on number 2 back there. And you sand it down and rust it a little bit, and you just mount it from the inside. But I don't know. Lots of, we're getting down to little detail stuff other than the steering. What I'm thinking for the steering, it's going to be just a push-pull. Let me flip it around here. So what I'm thinking is the servo is going to be upright back here with the horn forward, and we'll notch out the grill on one side to connect to one side and give us our left and right. I know everybody wants to see a servo horn sticking out of the side over here, but that will not work. And I've gone through this every rat rod I've built, and everybody in the comments is like, you need to do that, you need to do that, but you can't. These axles are too narrow, and the distance is too long. So you'd have to make something off of here come out about that far, and then as you pivot to turn, your tire's going to hit it. And then you're going to get too much of this movement in there, and it just doesn't jive right. It works in reality, but it's not going to work with this setup. And even if I widen the front axle, it'll give us a little bit more room. It's still going to be too much. It's not just moving forward and back, it's moving with the hub, so it's going to be moving side to side and forward to back. And it just is extremely sloppy. I had a working test of it. I think it was on the first rat rod I built, because I wanted that too. I love that look, all the mechanics exposed on the steering, but it just wasn't working out in the scale world. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And check out the links below for merchandise for the channel. Got some shirts and things, stickers. Appreciate it. Everything that I make off of that goes back into the channel. And keep a scale. I'll see you all on the next one.